Okay, so if this video has already gone up by now, then you'll know by the title what I'm talking about. It's pretty quick, pretty simple. So like basically, I didn't think about it until like I was rewatching that like episode that like he shows up. Was it like episode 6 of Naruto? And the thought just came to me out of nowhere. It's like, wait, why was Tazuna even in the Leaf Village in the first place, right? Um, I tried looking up on my own for a little bit, just to see if I looked at the manga uh, as well for clarification because it wasn't in explaining the anime. Um, and like I even just Googled it, but the only thing I found when I Googled was like how he got there in the first place, which is also something that uh, was never really explained. Um, it's like you can kind of maybe like come with an explanation, but it's really weird. Like, right? Um, I'll talk about that real quick. It's really what you think about, but at the same time, it's like, well, I wanted to know more of the fact was like why he was even there in the first place. But we'll start with how. So like yeah, so like um, I've seen some people like this is like a quick Reddit thread, not to make comments about it, but like they were like, yeah, how the heck did he even get there? The Leaf Fellas in the first place from like because he lives all the way in like the land of waves, right? Um, and like Gato and his men are like somewhere around that area, if not all stationed in the area. I find it hard to believe they're all stationed in the land of waves. They probably just have hideouts here and there around that area. Um, but it's like Tazuna, for what it seems like, Tazuna said at least like he knows that Gato knows that he's like the head bridge builder or whatever, the master bridge builder, right? He knows that that Tazuna, he knows that Gato knows that he's like the most important dude of all the bridge builders, right? So he knows that Gato pretty much is, has his eyes on him, has him on his radar. He's probably gonna send men after him at some point, right? And I'm talking about so like before he even decided to go to Leaf Village, so he knew this. If he didn't know this, he should have at least expected it, right? Um, so then like I gotta wonder, right? How did he even get? So like how did he get from fucking his home, Land of Waves, all the way over to Leaf Village without protection? I mean, or did he hire bodyguards or something? Because it's like you think about it, right? Leaving the Leaf Village, he was like, he put in a question. He's like, yeah, I need protection to get back home. But like so Gato's like near your home. He runs your home, right? And like he always saw him. He came to your home. He fucks up in your home. He knows that you're making this bridge at your home. So like I'm not quite understanding. Like if you had to leave, right, to get there, like if you had to leave your home to get to the Leaf Village, like did he just let you do that? Like I don't understand. Like did he not send men after you? Did you not at least expect it? So like how did you know what I mean? Like how did you from the point in this at which you left the land of waves to the point where you enter like I guess the fire country because land of waves is supposedly not in the same area. Um, something like that. Not necessarily in the same area. When you start making the on foot journey, did you like take an alternate route or something? Did you go by yourself? Like I don't understand. Like how did you successfully make your way into the Leaf Village without being protected? Or did you put in a request? It's probably stretching the imagination. But did you somehow put in a request equivalent to the C rank request that you put initially to get from your home to the Leaf Village? Well, I mean, you don't really know because it's never explained. But um, I mean, it's the only thing I can think of because it's like, how the hell did you? I find it if you had the astral protection on your way home, because you knew that they were ninja after you, you know, or at least samurai and ninja. No, you knew that. No, fuck, it, you knew that they were ninja after you. So if you knew you needed protection from the Leaf Village to your home, like, did you make the same bullshit request from your home to the Leaf Village? And if so, how would that work? Would they have to leave their home, like the Leaf Ninja, to come pick you up and escort you there? Did you have to get escorted? Did you have to ask Miss Ninja? I don't know. Like who brought you to the Leaf Village? Did you just go by yourself? It's not really explained. Um. Anyway, I don't want to go off a tangent on that, but yeah, the how it wasn't explained in the series. I've seen people speculate in the one whether I can't really remember too much of the speculation, but I mean it's like it's not really clear. But yeah, I was curious. Like this got me thinking. So back to the why. That's my biggest thing because it's like I have not seen anyone answer that question so far. Honestly, I think Kishimoto just kind of wrote the story where it was at, like at time, and kind of had adjustment like along the way. So I think he came up with the later plot points later. About like who Tazuna is, why he's doing what he's doing, blah blah blah. Um, you know, excuse me, just like kind of how he had to apparently supposedly had to add in Sakura and Sasuke like I won't say last minute, but like suddenly in the first few chapters. Excuse me. Um, that's what I'm thinking. But but in the context of like in story, I guess it doesn't make much sense, or it's very very unclear when you think about it because it's like here's the thing. So like again, as I already mentioned, right, and we already know this, or if you've watched or read the series, you already know by now. Tazuna lives in a city where Gato controls. Gato's came in and wreck shit, and he's all like, yeah, uh, he like Gato knows who they know they're trying to make this fucking bridge. They've probably seen it by now too. Like I mean, well, yeah, they must have actually. So because I was on Haku show up later, and Gato's man. So screw that. We all know he knows where the bridge is. He knows dudes are trying to make him. He fucking knows Tazuna like is the master bridge builder, right? Whether Tazuna always knew that or not is a different story. But so point is, Gato knows how important this dude is, and he needs him out of the way. He needs Tazuna out of the way, right? Um, Tazuna knows it's important, and he knows he needs to be protected so he can finish the bridge. Well, I'm not understanding. Okay, so we learn how important he is after he puts in his request. Well, after we found out that he put in a bullshit request because he couldn't afford it. So, we find out at the same time we find out first that he lied about his request, right? And then we find out that he couldn't afford the higher, like the actual request, because of they're all the situation, like they're all fucking poor where he lives, and it's because of Gato came and wrecked their shit, so that's why they're poor, and he needs protection from Gato or Gato's man at least to get home so he can finish the bridge. And then maybe the situation won't happen anymore, right? But what I'm not understanding is what happened between uh, leaving his home and Tazuna leaving the Leaf Village to get back home. Like, what caused him to leave his home to go to the Leaf Village in the first place, right? That's what I'm understanding. Um, like, what was over there, right? Um, what was so important that like, because two things, right? Your life is in danger, or at least you know that your life might be in danger, right? You at least know this by the time you decide to leave the Leaf Village. So my understanding is, what was so important that you had to risk your life getting to the Leaf Village in the first place, and then having to put in a bullshit request because you couldn't afford the real one to go back home, right? What was so important that you need to? Because we know you're fucking poor, right? Based on the fact you made that like bullshit request. So why did you need to leave your home in the first place to go to Leaf Village? What did you need? What was so important that you need to leave the relative safety of your home to get there? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. Like I imagine some people would be like, oh, it's not that important, and it's really not, right? As in like in terms of like the story still works with what we got, but it's weird because when you think about it, like I wasn't even really like looking to like dissect anything. I just like was watching the episode and a thought came to me out of nowhere. I'm like, well, wait a second. Now that I'm thinking about it, fuck that shit. That now I have at least how my mind works. I want to figure that shit out. I have a curiosity of sorts. Sometimes I want to figure shit out like that. It's just like fuck. Well, why was he there in the first place? I don't understand. Now I want to know why. And I couldn't find answers, so now I'm just bringing these questions to YouTube, I guess, or whatever. Um, so yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, unless I'm missing something, but like, I combed through all the chapters, manga chapters, like, in the last hour or so, and I could not fucking find any explanation. Like, he explains why he's, why he's doing what he's doing, as in, like, why he's building the bridge, you know, what, uh, who his main adversary is, like, who he needs protection from. He explains all that, but he doesn't explain why he left for the Leaf Village in the first place, right? Even the first time he shows up, he's like, yeah. He goes as far as to say, until I get home, I need you guys to protect me. He doesn't say why he was there. Like, I don't get why he was there. Like, if it was commerce related, that's the only thing I could get. If it was directly related to his goal, like if he needed supplies or something, you need to get all the way over there to get them for some fucking reason, because you could, whatever, some reason you could probably make up. But sure, but I mean, then at least personally, I want to know what was so important about it that, I mean, like, was it affordable for him? Like, was it not only important but also affordable for him? Because he's poor as shit, right? Like, that was the point, right? Because he had to lie about. Like, he said he couldn't afford a higher mission. Of course, that doesn't mean he couldn't. It doesn't mean he couldn't afford, like his actual course. He couldn't afford the course higher than what he paid for. Um, does that mean he couldn't afford it in general? Or he couldn't afford it after going there for supplies? I don't know. We don't fucking know. But what I'm saying is, like, it could be that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he was there. It's like at this point, personally, it's like it doesn't really affect, because I read this story. It's whatever, it happened. But like, I don't know. I guess supposedly, if I were watching it in the moment or reading it in the moment, and then these thoughts come up, that might may have broken my immersion. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like when you're thinking of, I'm by no means an expert in story writing. I mean, of course, I'm trying to get there because I'm interested in learning how to do these things. But like when you're thinking about, you know, your story, your characters setting up like conflicts and arcs or situations or whatever, it's like, why is this situation occurring, right? Like the whole reason that they have like that entire first arc, like that entirety of the Land of Waves conflict bullshit, is because Tazuna put in that request. He needed to, like, that was the whole reason they all left to go there. So, but I'm saying, so if Tazuna wasn't there, if he didn't need to go there, they wouldn't be doing this. Naruto and Co wouldn't be doing this. But why was he there? I mean, theoretically, no ninja would be sending him back. But you know what I mean? But like our main characters, who the story follows or revolves around for the most part, they wouldn't be engaging in this part of the story, this event, if Tazuna didn't need to be there. You know what I mean? So I don't. Or if there's no reason for him to be there. So I don't. I want to know personally. I would like to know the reason. I don't think we'll ever get the reason. If Kishimoto said someone in some fucking interview, or if it was established later on, like a novel or something, fuck, whatever. Fine, I guess. It, Personally, I wouldn't count it as part of the actual story because it's not in the primary source material. But you know, uh, I know that there are fans who, well, I would expect, at least based on what I've seen, there are fans who uh, prefer to tie them all together. To compensate for where, I guess, not necessarily for that reason, but they tie them up in a way that uh, explanations of different source materials end up filling in gaps for this source material over here, and it should be fine in all for all intents and purposes because Kishimoto wrote it himself, or he approved someone else writing it, or putting that information in a different source material, something like that. You know what I mean? Basically, in simplistic terms, because Kishimoto wrote it, or approved of someone else doing these things, then that means, it's canon or something, or it counts. I have not seen an explanation from Kishimoto or any other source link to that as to why Tazuna was in the Leaf Village in the first place, or how he got there. I'm interested in the why, for story purposes, but um, if someone knows, then sure, feel free to point out. And what I mean is like actually point out a source. Don't like make shit up, or like don't just like reply send me like shit that like explanations that someone else came up with. I don't really care about those. I mean, it's not to say that they're not potentially good explanations, but it doesn't answer my question. You know what I mean? It's like at that point we're all just like making up our own ideas, which is fine, but that doesn't really answer that. You know what I mean? It doesn't tell me what I'm looking for. Um, so yeah, if anyone knows, feel free. And then if you find something from Kishimoto or something of the like that I guess is explained somewhere, then sure. Um, but yeah, I just thought it was important or interesting to point that out. Or at least get my thoughts out there. It was bugging me. I'm like, why the fuck? You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, until next time.